Hi, this is Natalie Lander, voice of Kinsey, Tara Branford, Stargirl, and many others. You are listening to a W2Mnet podcast. You can visit W2Mnet.com for other podcasts about entertainment, video games, sports, and wrestling.
TheChairShot.com. Always use your head.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk the Keki. My name is Matt. I am your host tonight, and we have a lot to talk about on this lovely Tuesday evening. Joining me is my co-host, Ethan. What's up, buddy?
Konbawa, minasan. Yeah, we do got a lot to talk about, man. I'm slowly but surely catching up, everyone. I'm so excited. I'm only behind. We're only behind Hijiro, Nagatoro, and Fruits for me. I know you don't watch Fruits.
I am going to binge it soon. So,
are you gonna binge? Will you binge it by our next recording?
Oh no, I can't do that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No. I may try to watch a season or two on my vacation. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough.
All right. Before we begin, I need to apologize and correct myself on some comments from last week, mind you. Alrighty, let's get to it. The animation studio from Record of Ragnarok. It's not Jujutsu Kaisen, so that's my B on that part. My friend lied to me.
Ooh.
Alrighty. But they did make Hellsing Ultimate, those OVAs. So
yeah,
those are good at animation. So there's still no fucking excuse.
Right. Hey, speaking of Record of Ragnarok, I watched 3 more episodes. I'm officially done with the first battle. And I liked it. I didn't find much wrong with the first battle. Apparently, it gets worse from what you're telling me, but I didn't find much wrong with it. I will say one of the things that really fucking irked me was God damn it! Now I'm having difficulties figuring it out. What the fuck it was? I was definitely not drunk, but I was tipsy when I saw it.
Was it their simps?
No, it wasn't. God damn, what was it? There was something that really just annoyed me with the show, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I don't remember what it is. I'll have to come back to it. I can maybe ask my my buddy what it was that pissed me off because he might remember it. But there was just something about that show that it didn't really sit right with me. Like everything else, like it's a good show. You know, as it stands right now, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, and I'm only a quarter of the way in. But I don't know, man. Like there was just something about it that felt kind of It didn't hit.
All right, well, maybe we can talk about it whenever you catch up.
Yes, I know. One of the many.
All right, and my second mistake on Vivi, I kept saying the wrong character's name. It's Elizabeth, not Emily. I'm sorry.
Wow, that's a major fuck up, dude.
I know. I knew it was an E. My bad, fellas. I don't remember if I did, but I feel like I did. So my bad, guys. My bad.
Horrible. He died. Go,
man. All right. Now that I got those apologies out of the way, let's. We got some news for you people today. You lovely people. MAPPA had their anniversary special, and they announced a show, a movie. What else? And they showed a trailer for Chainsaw Man. All right, let's talk about Chainsaw Man first. Trailer's crazy.
Yes, I saw the trailer. Trailer is bonkers.
Definitely going to be watching that.
Yeah, so you know something? When people describe Chainsaw Man to me, I was like, it seems kind of horror-y. I'm a bitch. I don't want to watch horror shit. I'm good. I saw Chainsaw Man, and I was like, ooh, this is fucking wicked. I'm intrigued. I'm going to watch this. And I was like, God damn, man. You know, the trailer they made was stupendous, but, you know, just from what I saw, like, holy hell. Like, you know, that's like, it was some next-level shit. Like, if people thought Jujutsu Kaisen was on some shit, nah, man. Wait till you see Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Man's on some shit, boy.
All right, and they have another show coming out in the fall. Tact OP Destiny, I believe that's what it's called. Looks, from judging from the poster, definitely looks interesting.
MAPPA's really killing it. It's becoming one of the top production companies in all of anime. I would say for sure. They're definitely on a
Kyoto.
Yeah. Yep.
On top of that, they're going to release an original anime film called Alice to Teresa no Maboroshi Kojo.
It looks like a heartbreaker. It looks like an absolute heartbreaker, and I cannot wait to try and watch that.
Or the translation, The Illusion Factory of Alice and Therese.
Oh my god, it looks so
powerful. We'll get it in like a year and a half.
Maybe, yeah. Well, I mean, we'll get it because we're proper people. We don't, totally fucking what's it called? We don't torrent anything over here on Talk to Keki. We give back to the companies.
We
right?
we wait for it. That's why I haven't seen the Violet Evergarden yet. They're like, oh, there's a link on it. Like, nope. I'd rather have it in my hands, bought, and on my television, not on my fucking laptop or computer.
We will be watching Josie in the next couple weeks, though, ladies and gentlemen, and we will review that for you. We're watching it on the same day, July 12th, and I am super excited to be a little baby inside the movie theater once again.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. And then, if you guys are familiar with the game Legend of Mana, they are getting an anime adaptation as well. So that is interesting. I never played the games, but I know some are into it if you're into the JRPG type era. So we don't know the release date yet, but congrats on them for having this as an anime. So we're very happy for them for that. One more, we got Square Enix and Kadokawa announced Deep Insanity, The Lost Child as a TV anime.
Interesting.
As of right now, that's available. That's going to be around in the fall. Let's see the synopsis. I have it up right here.
Go ahead. We had a critique, by the way. Shout out to Aaron Johnson, who gave us a wonderful critique of our first couple episodes. We really appreciate you. We really appreciate you. Yeah, really appreciate you listening to us babble for a combined 2.5 hours about anime. But yeah, you gave us some wonderful feedback. Matt and I really appreciate that. So anybody else that listens to the show, if you want to give us feedback, please don't hesitate. We accept all sorts of criticism or compliments, whatever you want to lobby our way, as long as they're not personal. Then
or
please.
attacks, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So go ahead.
All right, sorry. All right, no problem. But yeah, thank you again so much. It means a lot. Anyway, the synopsis: this new illness is slowly but steadily approaching humanity, caused by the huge underground world asylum that appeared in Antarctica. Well, of course, it's Antarctica. It's always their fault. There are strange creatures. There are strange creatures different from the Earth and unknown resources. People bet their lives on the depths of the mysterious new world to get huge wealth, organizational plots, or their own ambitions. And here alone, a young man with a wish in his heart is trying to challenge the front line of Asylum.
Cool story, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. I need to see a trailer before I make if I'm gonna be invested or not.
Yeah. I'll agree with you there. We'll talk about it. We'll see how it is. Sounds interesting. I mean, a lot of anime sound interesting though, so I'm gonna see how it really hooks us.
Okay. Anyway, before we get to the other set of news that Ethan has about fruit baskets, I'm gonna go with this one quick. Since it is Pride Month, we here support the LGBT community.
Q, you forgot the Q.
QA plus. Sorry. Alrighty. Anyway, Ethan. After your comments earlier, where I was trying to correct you twice.
Yeah.
Alright. Japanese singer Hikaru Utada comes out as non-binary. If you remember them from last year, they let the critique like a little tweet saying not straight. People didn't know what it meant. But now they have come out as non-binary. We are very happy for them. For those that don't know, non-binary is like pronouns are they, them. They don't identify as either male or female. They're like the cousins of the transgender community. All valid and very supportive, and we are very happy for them. Still love their music, from Kingdom Hearts to Your Eternity. But yeah, again, congrats to Hikaru for that.
Omedetou gozaimasu.
All right, get to your big news with the fruit baskets.
All right, before I lead off with fruits baskets, let me just say one more thing. By this point, I would have reviewed So I'm a Spider, So What. The season finale was supposed to come out last Friday. However, due to production issues, it has been indefinitely pushed back, which is a huge disappointment considering how wonderful the anime has been received across the anime community. We're hoping to see it anytime soon. However, there's been no news as of yet. So as it appears, it doesn't appear like it'll be debuting this Friday as well. We'll keep you posted in regards to what we hear, and hopefully we'll get that soon because, like I said, Spider is a really, really good anime, and I can't wait to talk about that with you guys in depth. But yes, my major news is it was announced after the season finale of Fruits Baskets that aired Monday afternoon here in America that a spin-off series involving Toru's parents, Kyoko and God damn it, what's the guy's name now? Fucking hell, this is gonna irk me. Let me go really quick. My bad. Gomenasai. Katsuya-san. So, an anime between Kyoko and Katsuya-san. Official Japanese name is Kyoko to Katsuya no Monogatari. Monogatari. Fucking carajo. My bad. I'm trying to speak. I can't speak fast Japanese. My bad. So, Kyoko to Katsuya no Monogatari. Fuck me. All right. Anyway, it translates simply to the story.
We'll be here for an hour by the time you do it.
My bad. So it simply translates to the story of Kyoko and Katsuya. It's a spin-off series involving Toru's parents and how they met and how they got together. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Major news. I also am hoping that they do adapt at some point the afterlife series that they have, basically, where they grow up and they have kids. I'm hoping they do that at some point. So, but yeah, it's slated to come out in 2022, that series, and I for sure will be watching it at that point. Matt will have been caught up with Fruits at that point. I am guaranteeing that he's gonna fucking love that anime, and so I am pretty much certain he will watch it as well. So we'll keep that up for you in 2022, assuming that we're all alive.
I'm gonna watch it. I will find time soon, and when I do, I'll let you know how I feel about it.
You're gonna love it, dude. Like,
I know. With everything I see, it looks beautiful. Like, it's something I would be interested in. But again, It was one of those. I didn't think about it till the second season. I didn't want to start there. I was like, all right, I'll wait till it's done, and then I'll binge it then.
So you know what's crazy? I started watching while the second season was airing. So I binged the first episode, I binged the first season in about 2 days, and then I binged up until it was caught up on episode 9 of season 2. I binged that in another like 2 days. So I basically watched like 20 something episodes in like 4 days, so I can catch up with the series at that time. And then I watched the remainder of season 2, and I started watching season 3. Then I got caught up with my life events, and so my goal, like I said to you guys, is to hopefully have watched the full series. That way we can conclude spring season next week, and I can give you guys my critique on Fruits. I've already given it 5 stars. It's already been 5 stars for me. From what I've seen, it will continue to be 5 stars. And I will need a box of tissues, like many of you guys. So that's my goal, to get to you guys. Yeah, we'll keep this samba moving.
Alrighty, very good. Now, before we get to the reviews, we are going to take a quick commercial break. And now you're probably thinking, what? You got commercials? Yes, we do.
Hit the big time, motherfuckers! Just kidding.
Well, no, we're the lower card people in the wrestling terms.
Yeah,
we're the opening contest that has to try to make the impression, but we need money. We don't do this for free, so we need commercials.
I mean, we do it for free because
you shut the fuck up.
Go Menasai.
Either way, we need this to be on the Chair Shot Radio, and for any type of advertisements, we need it to get ready, basically. Mm-hmm. So give us a quick few seconds, and then we'll continue. Be right back with some seasonal finales first.
On Talk the Keki Radio.
Why should you visit thechairshot.com? Thechairshot.com is your home for hard-hitting reviews, news, opinion, and analysis with attitude. Why? Because you're smarter than the average fan. Thechairshot.com. Always use your head.
And we're back, people. Okay, let's get down to it. Are we going to talk about the conclusions or the ones that are still airing? Which one should we do first?
Which one's gonna take us longer? Well, you know what? Let's go because there's not a lot to talk. Well, I don't know. All right. Let's go with the ones that are out first because it's gonna be longer for us because we've seen both Mars Red, we've seen Megalobox, we've seen Moriarty. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we're gonna talk about today and focus on in particular. So it's gonna take us a while because we've both seen it. We can go in depth on that. So let's just go with the episodes of
That are not done yet.
that are not done yet. Yeah. So let's start off with Osamake. I'm caught up on Osamake as
Hooray! We can finally talk about
we
it
can
out
talk
here.
about it. As of 30 minutes ago, I am caught up on Osamake with the season finale debuting or premiering, I should say, tomorrow as of this recording time, again, Tuesday, June 29th. So the season finale of Osamake will come out tomorrow. I am caught up. So let me just say this. I am definitely Team Shiro.
There we
Beyond
go.
a shadow of a doubt, I am Team Shiro. Kuro is very, she's a sweet girl, but she's too much. I don't like people that are too much. Like, she's just too much, dude. Like, she's too much. The other girl, I forget her name, the little sister.
That's not really her little sister.
I know, it's not like, I know.
I was gonna say, I believe that is Mary. Let me double check for you.
Maria, right? Maria.
Maria.
Maria. Anyway, no, Maria, she's really nice, but she doesn't have a chance because she doesn't have that same background. And I don't think making the person that you love cry their eyes out about the death of their mother at the end of the series is going to help your chances of really having somebody realize I love you. It doesn't really work that way. I cried. I definitely cried at the end of that.
Oh yeah. Oh boy.
Haru, lose his shit. Like I felt really sad for him, and yeah, I shed some tears at the end of that. But yeah,
I feel like he needed to get that out though.
He does, yeah. I mean, the whole purpose of that whole documentary is for closure. So that way the tabloids don't get don't screw him over, basically. So
oh god, yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit.
yeah. So I mean, again, we haven't recapped Osamake in a while because I've been so behind. I was behind 4 episodes. So episodes 8 and 9 were the trip to Okinawa. Very funny scenes. You can see Haru and Shiro becoming closer while Kuro is fighting to try and win over Haru, although she still is not doing so successfully. I enjoyed some of the ecchi scenes and ecchi jokes. They were funny. That continued throughout the rest of the series, and I thought that was, it was funny for what it's worth. It wasn't improper in the least, I would say. So I enjoyed that. At the end of episode 9, Haru did break his arm, and now he has a harem of fake nurses that are taking care of him. Episode 9 and episode 10. Or I'm sorry, episode 10 and episode 11, I should say.
Right.
So episode 10 was the girls taking care of him, and again, also very funny. Episode 11 continues with that trend when they open up with an ecchi scene. Again, very funny. And so that's the basic recap of the last 4 episodes. Yeah, what do you think?
This has been a fun little series so far. Nothing groundbreaking. It's like a regular generic school harem. Just you know the deal. The childhood friend always loses, and now the title is, well, the childhood friend won't lose, yet they're all childhood friends.
There are 3 childhood friends, so 2 of them are going to lose, or maybe all 3. We don't know.
Well, it's technically 6.
6.
The sisters, because they have a crush on him too.
Yeah, but I mean that's like.
So I know side character shit, but still.
That's like, dude, having saying that, the 6 characters and they have a crush too. That's like saying everybody in the Royal Rumble has a chance to win. That's fucking false. That's fucking false.
Well, they might if you cheat a little and just throw them out when they're not supposed to.
This isn't fucking 97 Steve Austin. It's not happening.
Hey, it can happen, okay? And of course, that quote unquote intelligent maid. What is her deal?
Shion. First off, I hate that they gave her that name because I love Shion from Sword Art Online. Love that name, love that girl. So they really fucking fucked that up. I mean, she's a bitch for sure, and she definitely has some sort of Yuri crush on Shiro, I would say, and that's fucking everything up. But I mean, we'll see how she plays. If she plays any significant role, I would say. I feel because there's one episode to go. It's tough for us to speculate. We didn't see Kuro's part of the documentary. We don't see how the documentary turns out. And something tells me they may give this a second season. I don't know how much of the manga it's adapted. Um, but I mean, the way it's leading, I still feel like they can flesh this out more. You know?
I feel like they'll show hers the next episode.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely show her as the next episode, and then I'm sure they'll probably come up with a with the whole what it looks like or whatever, like the final product they'll show and then air it or whatever. But then at that point, if it's the final episode, then he's kind of forced to make a decision. So is he gonna have a revelation throughout episode 12? We don't know. I mean, who knows?
I feel like there'll definitely be a second season. I think it's just gonna end with the documentary being done and.
One real quick, I want to veer off for a second because we mentioned that we hope there's a second season. For a lot of these animes that we've seen this season, and a lot of anime in general, we do hope that there's always a second season. But only for like super duper uber popular anime do you ever hear about the second season. The ReZeros, and that even took 4 years. But the slimes, the jujitsus, like things of that nature, right? Where that it's prolonged, like the manga's prolonged, and there's a chance for the second season where it's like super duper popular. But I just wish, I don't know, I'm trying to grasp at the concept of having content, and hoping there's a second season, and it either never being made or it just never picking up the traction, and so why that becomes that way, I don't know.
That's the thing. Like it's to sell the manga, and there's so much like light novels, mangas that aren't even adapted yet. Like they have to like keep the ball rolling, type of thing.
Yeah, there's so much goddamn content out there. I was telling somebody the other day. I was like, I don't know how people can balance the content, because it's like I have right now on my phone I have 73 titles that are on my to watch list, and that doesn't include the seasonals, because the seasonals really take up all my time. And it's like, man, between that, I'm behind on Loki. We here at Talk to Keki love wrestling. I'm behind on so much wrestling. There's so much content for you to consume out in the world, and it's like, man, god damn. But it's like, how do you differentiate between that shit? I don't know. It's just there's so many different parallels to that idea.
Right.
At the end of the day, my point is that we have all these shows, especially this season. There are a lot of shows where we're like, oh, is this it? Oh, they definitely have enough room for a second season. Well, when will the second season be made? 2021, 2023? Hopefully not too long.
Hell, or 6 months.
Hopefully. I mean, that's what we wish for, but there's just so much goddamn content out there. Like, I think on our post, there was 42 different animes that were posted for summer of this year, which at the end, by the way, stick around, ladies and gentlemen, we will go over a summer list and what Matthew and I will be watching separately and together for you guys, so you have something to look forward to in the coming weeks.
All right, but someone called Dr. Tucker and just combine these three ladies. Just have Shiro's personality, Kuro's body, and Maria's full-on support, aberration, simping. Just get all three of them together. Just combine them. Come on, Dr. Tucker. You can do this. I believe in you.
But do you want Kuro's perverted mind?
No, the thighs, man. The thighs. She has a better figure than them, but again, Shiro has the better personality. And Maria's a nicer person.
No, yeah, Maria's the nicest person. Kuro's the meanest person, but Kuro's got the sexiest appeal, and Shiro's got everything else. Shiro's got the brains. Shiro's got the oppai. Shiro's got the intelligence.
Exactly. So just fuse them together. We know alchemy. We can make it happen.
Yeah, somewhere in the world, somebody's gonna do that, and then you'll see it on a fucking hentai.
Well, you got me there. We'll see if it's in the Dojin websites for those for the adult mangas, if you will.
Oh man.
Alrighty.
Moving on. On that note.
Moving on before it gets weird. Okay. This one. Don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you.
Alrighty. Real quick, we're gonna rewind a bit from the winter season.
Right.
Bottom-Tier character, Osamake.
All right. Oh, bottom tier? Oh, you want to go bottom tier?
Yes, let's rewind. Let's talk about winter a little bit.
Oh, yeah. All right, fair enough.
All right, yeah. I like this anime overall. Before we get to the OVA, this was really so much character growth from this guy.
It was. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was that great.
Oh, agreed.
Yeah.
But we didn't know that an OVA was released. So
I happened to stumble upon it. I was literally because I was trying to finish up Mars Red, and I was looking at the Wonder Egg, trying to see when the Wonder Egg OVA was going to come out, and then I happened to see, do you want to watch episode 13 of bottom tier character Tomazaki? I was like, huh? And so I clicked on it, and it said OVA, and it's a short OVA. It's only 11 and a half minutes, but it's cute, very very cute. I googled it. I told Matthew, I was like, hey, yo, there's an OVA for bottom tier. He's like, huh? And I was like, yeah, dude. And I sent him the article. So apparently there's 2 OVAs that are coming out. They were, and I should say OVA. I'm going to piss off a lot of people because I say OVA. But
it's over.
Fuck you. Anyway, so yeah, there's apparently 2 OVAs that are scheduled to come out. They already came out as part of the box set, the DVD/Blu-ray set. Out in Japan, those were special exclusives, and now Funimation here in America has brought them over. So the first one actually debuted last week, I believe it was June 18th or 19th, something along that lines. It dropped, so it's already over a week old. We didn't even notice it. So it dropped last week, and the second one is supposed to drop on July the 2nd. So we will review OVA number 2 next week, along with the rest of the shows that we're going to preview next week. But yeah, we'll go over OVA number 1 now. Matt, go ahead and start. What do you think?
Fuka is still the best character.
Fuka Kawaii. Hi.
Yeah, very, very cute. Very supportive, intelligent.
Hi.
She sees him for him, and I like that. Like, no notes, no flashcards. She knows when he's himself, and that's the one she likes. And it's like, yes.
Hi, Fuka Psycho.
So yes, love the character, and I'm glad the OVA was about her. So now I'm curious about OVA, the second one. But again, 10 minutes, so not much to talk about. Just her eavesdropping on Tozumaki and the others about crushes and
Tomazaki,
whatever his name is.
Okay, I was gonna say, man, you sound like me trying to say Monogatari. Shit.
No,
Which I said it right just now. It didn't take us
not what it fucking matters. The Smash Bros. Cave Dweller. That's who we'll call it.
Smash Bros. Cave Dweller. Smash Bros. Neat.
This whole anime is about Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Neat, bro.
It's fucking Smash Bros. How Smash Bros. Is everything.
No yaoi. No.
It's a Smash Bros. Wet dream to have it as an anime. But the guy gets a girl. That's the only difference.
It does, bro. After much fucking pain and suffering and confusion and awkwardness and cringiness.
And like in Melee when it's trash.
And I was gonna say, like, and I told you this earlier on our side chat. I was like, somehow I still feel he's gonna end up with Hinami, and I love Fuka too. Fuka's everything you just described. Fuka Kawaii, Fuka Saikyo, Fuka Ichiban. Love her. Fuka is amazing. She is such a wholesome and beautiful, sweet girl. Men who don't want complete fucking slut bags or psycho women, that should be the type of woman that you should aspire to get. Someone who's so wholesome and pure and loves you for you and can see through everything. And goddamn, fascinating shit. So yeah, like I said, the show was good as a whole. It was really cute when Tomazaki knew that she was there, and she tried to play it off, but then she's like, "Oh, you always know where to find me," all that stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I believe OVA number 2. It's either gonna do OVA number 2 or they're gonna do season 2. It's gonna start off with them meeting up. Aren't they supposed to meet up? I think in the text message on like Saturday or something. So that might be what it is. Spoiler alert, I believe Matt already told me as a spoiler that they're already dating in
the light novel, yes, because sorry for everyone in advance. Hinami asks him out and he said no.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Turn her down. Poor Fuka.
Oh my god! I was right, and then I was wrong.
You were close. She did say she loved him, but he was like, no.
Oh no! You know why? Because she's probably not a virgin anymore, like Fuka is.
Well, I don't have the translation. I don't read it. I haven't read it. I just stumbled across it. I wanted to see if it was done that looked at his bio saying relationship. Like, oh, who's he dating? So I was like, oh shit, happy for him.
Fuka date. Dote.
No,
Dote.
you were halfway there. So
I was halfway there. God damn. Now, it's hard for me to go and look at that anime without the same, but fuck. I wish I didn't know.
Well, now we'll know how that progresses.
Motherfucker, bro. God damn it. This is why I don't read the manga, so I don't spoil myself. I much rather
light novel, which is hard to find.
Light novel. Gomenasai again. Oh man, fuck. But I mean, good for Fuka. Fuka's an amazing girl. And yeah, they're gonna make a lot of gray-haired babies. Good for them.
All right, let's continue. Now we're going back. We're back in spring, folks.
Back in the spring.
Winter's over for good. Until Wonder Egg.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But anyway, the next one. Let's go.
Let's go with Shadow House. Go ahead and talk about Shadow House real quick, because there's not much I can do for that.
Alrighty, yes. This is we have one more episode, the prelude, if you will.
Penultimate. Ladies and gentlemen, I had a lot of people hate when I use the word penultimate. Fuck you guys too. Penultimate episode of Shadow House. Go ahead, Matt.
I don't care. I call it prelude. Whatever. The calm before the storm.
Fair enough. All right, go ahead.
Alrighty, we have one more episode. And Miliko is kidnapped by the main butler Shadow, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, but he's disguising his voice as to sound like a regular doll. Mm. So like trying to get info, like what does Kate know? What does your mistress Kate know? And Miliko's playing dumb, eating imaginary bread.
Mm.
And the other shadows, the masters, were trying to figure out how to get Miliko back. So like, oh, we're disguised as the doll. So go in the room. Like sneak in, being very sneaky.
Sneak.
Exactly. So Kate does that. While John
I love that when the animators watch that, they're like, giggle. Sneaky. I love when they do that shit.
I'm sorry, but when Amelia did it as a kid, that was cute.
Yeah, it was. It was fucking cute.
Maybe Amelia.
Oh, that was fucking great, bro. It was really fucking adorable. You're right.
But what you call it? Kate finds a way. Long story short, Kate finds a way to find Miliko and is like, "Aha! I got you. You fell into my trap."
Meet Skita.
And that's where the episode ended. It's like, oh damn it! I thought that was it. No, there's one more. I thought we were going to see the grandfather, but no, we do not see the grandfather yet. But the shadows, but the shadows learned the truth about the humans also. Like they knew. Okay, the humans are real. We were made after they were drinking suit in the tea. Try to help us develop personalities while we take over the humans' bodies, so we can be both. Two become one. So we gotta stop it.
Subarashi.
Yes, so that's where it ends right there. Definitely interesting. I am curious how they're gonna end it. I don't know if it's gonna be a series finale or just a season finale. Most likely series, but definitely fun, definitely cute. A lot of fun characters. The concept of shadows and quote unquote dolls is still very interesting. Alrighty, our two big ones that are still going.
Let's talk about 2 Year Eternity. I'm caught up on that one too, ladies and gentlemen.
2 Year Eternity.
A big catch-up week for me.
I watched this before we got on the air.
Did you cry? Because I wanted to cry and I didn't cry.
I wanted
felt bad
to.
For not crying.
I wanted to so bad, but I was like, no. Poor Gugu.
Fucking Gugu, man.
I love Gugu.
Poor Fushi.
Yeah. Like he now we know he feels their pain when they're dying.
That sucks, dude. That's fucking insane. But can you imagine like someone like you care for unconditionally and you can feel their heart just being fucking tormented by the fact that death is slowly closing on their soul as they're leaving this world? Fuck, man. That fucking hurts, man. But you know what? This episode, it made it a 4 out of 5 anime for me. Goddamn, this storytelling is sensational. Sen-fucking-sational. So, yeah, for those who don't know, like I said, I was behind on 2 Year Eternity. I caught up on 4 episodes of 2 Year Eternity, including the 5th one that dropped on Monday. So basically we have the Gugu arc. As Matthew stated, Gugu is one of the best characters that they've come up with in the series thus far, if not the best. Absolute joy of a boy. He helped develop Fushi so fucking much into what he becomes. And yeah, go ahead and talk about the latest episode, Matt.
Alrighty. It continues on from the Reen's birthday party.
Yes.
Where he was about to basically confess about the whole I saved you years ago. You're why I fucked up my face, but it was worth it because I love you. Then he collapsed into the water because of the knockers. They took over their building, Reen's building.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fushi's like, oh shit, I gotta get everyone out of here. And then you find out he lost his bear form from the knockers.
Mm-hmm.
So now he can't turn into this giant injured bear with all the arrows in his eyes and upper body.
Mm-hmm.
And then Gugu comes up. He gets saved by the party members. Like, hey, you're okay. Don't die.
That was very nice considering they all considered.
Yeah, especially after picking on him the last episode.
Yeah. I was like, well, that was conveniently nice. At least they're not complete fucking douche shits.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure Reen told them like, hey, go save my potential lover.
Yeah, basically, right?
If you will. And they find an opening in the knocker. Gugu fires his fire breath. The Finn retreats. He's like, oh no, surprise! Crushes Fushi's Maria form, and now Maria's gone from his transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Has 2 forms left. Well,
Maria.
3.
Wait.
Well, if you count the rock.
Maria, March. You're
March.
fucking horrible with me, dude. Jesus. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, crucify this man. Fucking horrendous. God
March,
dude.
the annoying chubby cheek girl.
You're right. She was very annoying, but goddamn, at least do her name some service. Put some respect on that name, fool.
She hasn't
Give her
respect.
her flowers. Give her her flowers, goddammit.
She has not earned respect. I'll tell you what.
Just because she's annoying, she's still a fucking cute little girl. I mean,
And then she took an arrow to the chest.
And bro, she's gangster. She died a worse death than most people are willing to die. So, goddamn, that's honorable right there, bro.
All right, March dies again.
Fucking asshole.
She died again in a more gruesome way. Crushed by stones. They stoned her.
Oh my god, you piece of shit. You piece of shit.
March is gone. 3 forms left.
Now 4.
Well, 4 now. I was getting to that. Thank you. I was talking about Kurt with the rock, what he normally wears, and the wolf.
This episode, what is it, 4?
You know what? This is episode.
Going off the fucking rails.
This is episode 12, damn it! God damn it!
Holy shit!
I'm just combobulated. God damn you! Hey, these episode numbers.
Why are we laughing when somebody's about to die in this description? What the fuck are we?
All right, let's
Usan.
let's get back to the melancholy.
Ochi's
Alrighty, Gugu uses his body to protect Reen from the building collapse because Reen's like, hey, I'm gonna save you.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are you here?
Bitch, I didn't ask for your help.
I was like, you didn't come with me. Well, no, because I was saving Fushi. Damn it. I didn't want you hurt, but now you're here. And you're why I'm dead, because I have to worry about you.
I hope you got a tug job before the rocks crushed him.
Yeah, the rocks crushed him. They were talking about the flowers. Like, shit, I'm okay, but your flower's ruined.
The thing that bothered me is she held the flower onto the flower the whole fucking time, dude. Like, you have a whole perfectly good hand that you could use to do shit and to save people with and carry people. And she held onto that flower.
Well, as a fact, they were stuck under there. They were stuck under there. She's weak. I'm sorry. She's defenseless.
Oh my God.
She should have fucking went.
True. Facts.
And then you see Fushi freaking out, like on his body. They found out why, because Gugu died.
Yeah,
he died saving her.
Turns into
and then he starts freaking out, and now he can do his firepower.
Yeah, so he turns into Gugu, promptly vomits, and then he's like, oh shit, no, and then he freaks the fuck out. goes banana on fucking to quote Pat Patterson, go banana. He went
Go banana.
Go banana. He went banana on the fucking knocker. I don't. You know what confused me is that when they got into the water, suddenly he just fucking like disintegrated, and then that was it. And then of course
I thought there was like an explosion in there.
Was there? I don't know. I thought maybe
like the body was glowing.
I didn't
in
notice.
there. Like it was glowing red and it was glowing blue. So
Notice
I don't know. So I don't know if there's a power of Fushi did or something else.
Yeah, I noticed that. It just spontaneously combusted basically on the water, and then all that was left was the core. The core managed to get away. So as Matthew said, they took the bear form and they took the march form away from him. However,
Maria,
fucking Maria. Man, Google should have been the one to fall off the cliff. Should have been you.
Well, I would have taken it with me. I would have taken March with me so she could die a third time.
You fucking rat bastard.
But from what we can gather about the knockers is how they died the first time, it ain't gonna work the next time. So it's like Doomsday from
basically.
DC Comics.
Well, that's not true though, because they defeated him the first time, and he was still wood the second time, and then he got defeated by the fire. So now,
and now he's immune to the fire. Essentially.
So it's curious to see what's going to happen. The next episode, from what I'm mistaken, looks like he's depressed. He's going by himself. We'll go back to what happened afterwards, but he's depressed and by himself, and his maker, who Seiyu I love, the Seiyu of the maker. He's one of the best fucking. He also does Jigen. He does Leo Ro. He does
Anime.
Yeah, man, fucking, he does so many fucking characters. He's one of my favorite seiyus that's out there. Between him, the seiyu that plays the fucking what's his face,
you can do it. I believe in you.
Yami from Black Clover, and he does a bunch of other ones. He does fucking Sensei from My Hero. He does again a lot of other ones. Berculi from Sword Art Online. Those are some of my favorite seiyus. I digress. Anyway. Yeah, so I guess he's gonna try and fight his invisible maker, and I at some point he's gonna have to become strong so he can defeat the knockers on his own, because he mentioned that he couldn't do it by himself, which is why he needed Google so much, and now Google's gone. And man, it's crazy how Google became such an integral part of the show, because now that he's gone, Rin is fucked up, Bushi's fucked up, the old guy and Peon are fucked up.
Yeah, and he turned into Gugu. Fushi turned to Gugu when Rin came after he died.
So basically, we'll fill them in. So after Fushi defeats the knocker, he's implored, like, he's going east, go get him, and he's like, nah, I'm good. He went over to his body. It's crazy how I was very surprised and impressed how they were able to turn the story into the brother who was a douchebag to Gugu into a sympathetic character who in the end was the first one there, and he carried his body like he did as a child. Yeah. And they had that interaction with Gugu's soul trying to talk to his brother, and Gugu's soul talking to the rest of everybody, and then realizing, oh, he's fucking dead, and everyone's mourning him, and he hugs them. Like, that was some powerful shit right there, man. And then, as Matthew stated, the soul of Gugu is talking to Fushi, and they're having a conversation. I don't know, that's an interesting thing, but they're having a conversation, and then Rin wakes up from her coma. She was in a coma apparently after the accident, and rushes over with like a hurt leg and all, rushes over to the house to see Gugu. Fushi sees her and was like, oh my god, no, what is he gonna do? And he freaks out and turns into Gugu, and they embrace, and it's weird. It's kind of weird and awkward because he's not Gugu. And then Rin asks, where's Fushi? And she's like, Fushi's dead. And so they mourn Fushi, quote unquote Fushi. And meanwhile, Fushi's already had the conversation with Peon and Beer Old Man, that he's gonna leave because he doesn't want anybody else to die, and he needs to get stronger. So they give him the food and some water, and they tell him, oh, I'm gonna go shopping. And Gugu is supposed to see Rin where everything first happened, where the accident happened, where the purple flowers are at, the bellflowers, and he never shows up. And then when her father comes over late at night to go grab his daughter says, I'm not getting married, I'm in love with someone. And the father says, well, let me meet him right away. And then with tears in her eyes, as she lays back and stares into the night sky, she says, he's not here anymore, he's probably with him. And you see a depressed Fushi by himself walking the lonely path. And goddamn, that that was some really, really amazing storytelling. That shit, like I said, put that anime over 4 stars. The anime started out like shit for me. I didn't like it, and slowly but surely it's been getting better and better. And then the Google art just put it over the edge. It's a 4 out of 5 stars for me right now as it stands. Really, really, really powerful shit. It's a good anime that makes you really, really face and look at the fragility of mortality, as well as the hope of an opportunity of continuance in life among a seed that you've left behind, I think. And that speaks volumes to the type of story that they're trying to create, where you can try and comprehend or try and maybe perhaps see that. I don't know. It's just fucking hell. That's good shit, man.
Yeah, definitely great episode. This arc definitely saved the series for me.
Yeah.
Because again, there was a lot of hype going in the beginning, at the very beginning, because they made Silent Voice and all that, or like same people.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be sad, and then the first episode was like, it's okay, and then the March arc was just decent.
It was annoying.
But it was growing for the character after you started talking.
Yeah.
And then after the Gugu arc, it was just like, all right, this is
sad. It's not a Silent Voice sad though. Silent Voice sad is just super depressing.
It's a completely different genre.
It is, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. I was expecting when I heard a Silent Voice, I was expecting that. Like 2 Year Eternity, I was expecting death, which is what we've gotten. But I was expecting more like tragedy. Like there's a lot of tragedy in this, but like, I guess the different type of tragedy. I guess, like you said, it's a different genre.
Not like in that timeline. Nomad, like adventure, you expecting like more like a high school type or adulthood?
Well, when you hear Silent Voice, the makers of Silent Voice, I was thinking, yeah, maybe adulthood. I thought it was going to be like a collection of stories, and then I don't know, some sort of like.
But one tragic event that changed them, type of thing.
Yeah,
like someone died or someone broke up. Or...
maybe like an adult or like a like a different time period, like an Anohana, where you got to like go back and I haven't seen Anohana. I've just gotten the gist of Anohana, where you got to go back and how the events of the past have shaped these people, maybe something like that. And you see the previews of it, and I'm like, oh, well, it has to do with like cavemen or fucking Indians from like the 1800s or something. Yeah. I don't know, something like farther back in history. So maybe the events of a past event in history shape how the universe is at this point, and you see like the slow progression of that, perhaps. And that's what I was thinking, perhaps. But either way, I'm not disappointed anymore by the show. I'd say that much.
Yeah, no, it's definitely great. We got about 8 episodes left. So.
Yeah. You know what? I'm staring. It's funny, right? I'm talking about the progression of life, and I'm talking about like the opportunity at a renewed future for one that you won't be a part of. And I'm looking at the clouds, and I see a face in the clouds. And that's some ironic shit, man.
Yeah, no, crazy.
That's fucking nuts, man. Like I see a whole fucking face. I'm about to take a picture of this and send this to you. Maybe I'll post wherever the fuck this is at. That's pretty wild. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I've got for 2 Year Eternity. We have 8 more episodes. The 2 Year Eternity will continue in the summer of 2021. As you said, it's kind of an odd number. Normally you have like, maybe like...
Yeah, I think it's all one course still.
No, it's considered a second core according to what was there. It's sequential. Like the next episode will debut on Saturday. Or I'm sorry, on Monday, the following Monday. But
yeah, I don't think we'll get into OP, no ED if it's just going to continue.
I don't know. My Hero did. For those who aren't watching My Hero,
well, they're shonen.
I guess maybe. But didn't they have Well, no, I was gonna say I don't know why I was thinking of goddamn Toradora, but I was like, no, Toradora.
Well, I was just saying, like they didn't announce like it was like a part 2 or there's a second core. It's just continuing. It's just ongoing. So
yeah.
So it's just gonna be just this one season as a whole with just the 20 episodes.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Before we go to our finales, we have one more. This one we were excited for. This came.
Oh man!
It's practically a 5.
Oh,
Tokyo Revengers.
Yep, this episode of Tokyo Revengers, this last one, definitely put it over a 5 for me. It is a 5-star anime. God damn, you want to talk about tragedy and fucking not comprehending the meaning of life? This is it, man. Fucking hell. Shit. Go ahead.
Alrighty. Let's see. Back from where we left off. The future's changed. There's no hostility towards the gangs. Toman's there. Draken's alive. Hina's alive. And the brother's like, okay, you want to go meet my sister?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yes. And then when they get there, he starts to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
They find out they broke up.
He broke up with her. You find out later on too.
I know, but he thought she broke up with him.
Because she's remembering from when.
Yeah, and he's not there.
And yeah, man.
And so he starts to back out and say, no, this isn't right. It should be you guys. I only helped her. I'm going to get in the way. And then once he leaves, you see Hina at the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And then he starts crying, and then she
Mhm.
seems happy,
Mhm.
for the one doing the breaking up.
Yeah, right.
Quote unquote. And then it becomes very awkward in
Very
her apartment. No one's talking. They're just very shy, looking at each other.
Mhm.
And then the brother's like, "Come on, talk, you people. You know what? Let's drive. Let's drive."
And they continue not to talk in the drive.
Yep. And then he gets annoyed.
And then luckily,
He gets a phone call.
and we're gonna talk about that. I want to go in depth on that a little bit, but yeah, he gets a phone call. He ends up going over to work. He gets called into work. He gives Hina the car. Hina and Haru, or Haru, what the fuck am I saying? Haru and
now you know how it feels.
No, I got it completely. I was thinking of a whole different anime. You fucking
Yeah, that's same thing. Well, I was doing Maria and March, so fuck you.
So fucking Takamichi and Hina end up going to they end up driving home, and then Hina asks, can we stop by the park or stop at this place? And she's like, sure. They have a conversation, and she's like, I still love this person. The person who I love broke up with me here, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. And Takamichi's confused, and then she asks Takamichi, like, can you tell me why? And then Takamichi realizes, I broke up with her? Huh? And he freaks out, and he's like, shut the toilet. And he goes to the toilet. And he washes his face. He's like, all right, I'm going to ask her out. He finds some conviction in his heart. And then he's interrupted by a dude with fashionable hair and a suit with hand tattoos. And he goes, oh, you're not in the car. I was expecting to take care of both of you. That sucks. And he walks away.
For those that don't know, it's the leader of Mobius. Or I believe they're Valkyrie now. I think that's what where he changed it to.
Yeah, at the end. I don't know. He was the leader of Valkyrie, but then Mobius. Whatever. Anyway, he's like, oh, I was supposed to take care of you. And it was like, Hanma? So Takamichi runs to the car. And at the same time that this is happening, Hina's, reflecting on the fact that she had the balls to ask him why he broke up with her. And all of a sudden, a Hummer, which you see following them after they take the drive. So they're following them. A Hummer comes up behind Hina's parked car, guns it, crushes her. Right in front of Takamichi. Takamichi runs over to the Hummer, and it's fucking Akun. It's his fucking best friend. This fucking piece of fucking dog shit. Fucking Akun, bro. Fucking killed his fucking girl. Well, not yet. They have a fucking... So, basically, he dies. Car blows up. And before he dies, Takamichi's like, why? And he's like, what the fuck was the guy's name?
He's scared. Scared of him.
What's his name, though?
What's his name?
Fuck, man.
Hold on.
Anyway, he's scared of old boy, right? He's scared of him. He's like, oh, I'm just so scared, da. And he's like, oh, you got to go back and save everybody. Boom, car blows up. And he's like, oh my God. So he runs over to Hina, and he's like, Hina, we got to get out. And Hina's like, I can't feel my legs. And you look, and you see she's been impaled by pieces of the car. She's completely impaled. She can't move. And so she, Takamichi realizes what's going on.
I believe it's Hakai.
Who?
Hakai, the leader of the...
Takagi?
Hakai.
Takai, not Takagi Shingo.
Hakai. Hakki.
I don't know. Somebody else. I might be. I don't know. Anyway, he's scared of old boy. So in an emotional moment, he hugs Hina, and he tells Hina, in the past, in the future, and right now, I'll always love you. And I always have, and I always will. And it makes Hina emotional, makes her happy. And then she tells him, you got to get out. I don't want the person I love to die. And she goes, huh? And she pushes him out the car. Car blows up. Hina's dead. And Takamichi loses his whole shit. He's upset. And then he finds fire in his heart. And by fire, I mean he found fire in his heart. And he's like, this is it. I need to become the head of Toman. I'm going to go back and I'm going to save everybody and make sure this never happens. And with conviction and hurt and passion in his voice, he says that. And fuck, if that isn't moving, I don't know what is, man. Like I said, that scene put it over 5 stars for me, man. That was fucking sensational. What a trip. It's got a lot of people in our group have said that it's got a lot of vibes to what's it called? To fucking ReZero and to Erased is another anime. They've got vibes for that in terms of like the psychological thriller, not as much tragedy like you have with Subaru and excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, dude, fucking wow.
Yeah. All right, I have the real name now. I'm sorry, it was not Hakai. It's Shuji Hanma.
No, Hanma's the guy with the hand tattoos, but he's not scared.
Yeah,
of that.
that's the one that.
No, he's not scared of Hanma. He's scared of somebody else. He's scared of somebody. He's scared of the head of who's like the second in command of Toman. That's who it is.
So it would be Mikey.
No, not Mikey. Mikey's first in command still. Mikey's still the leader. Mikey's still ruthless apparently now because of whatever happened. And there's somebody else, not what's his face. The dude with the head tattoo. Not him. He's no longer the second in command.
Could have sworn it was him.
Ah, man, it was somebody else. Anyway, while you look that up, I want to bring something up. And I brought this up in our group in regards to the show. In order for this to occur, there has to be someone who has the same power as Naoto and Takemichi. There's also there's several things. There has to be someone with the same power. There's also got to be someone. Maybe even Naoto. Maybe Naoto is involved and we don't know how it is. Maybe he's doesn't know that he's involved and that's how it is. But there's somebody that's going back in time or somebody who's realizing that time is changing for them to negatively affect this. They're clearly going after people that are going after them from the past. I don't know why they can't go after Naoto directly, because if they sever that link, then Takemichi can't go back to the future, or he can't come back to the future. Let me rephrase it. He can't go back to the past, and he can't come back from the future or to the future. So I don't know why they don't play that off. But there's got to be someone with a similar or exact power, or somebody that knows Naoto is doing this, or maybe Naoto himself, for them to realize that time successfully changed after the events that occurred back 12 years prior, and to still go back and write that out where Hina must die. The whole universe, at the end of the day, the whole purpose of this like universal event is that Hina must die. For what cause, what sake, what happens? There's so many questions that can be answered because we're only going back 12 years in time to when Takemichi is in middle school. We're not going back to events that have happened later on in life when they're 16, 17, 15, 20, whatever the case is, because they're middle-aged by this. They're middle 20s by this point. They're middle like 23, 24, 25, something along those lines, I believe, 26 maybe. So there's so many questions involved with that, and I'm so curious to know. And that's what I've surmised at this point.
Kisaki, that's who it is.
Kisaki, yeah. Kisaki. Hi, Kisaki. Yeah, they're all scared of Kisaki. Anyway, so that's where I've surmised at this point what's going on. I really believe that there's somebody in there that is understanding of what's going on and trying to fix it for the worst. And it's so goddamn intriguing. It's one of the animes right out, ladies and gentlemen, that has no definitive ending. It's almost like a Boruto or like a Black Clover before it ended, where it's just episode 12, episode 13, episode 14. Out of what? Who knows? As long as it takes to tell the story. There's a lot more manga still going on. I believe the manga is still being written as well, correct?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've got a long ride. And like I said, as of right now, goddamn, this is a 5-star fucking anime for me.
All right. Like I said, it was a great episode. A lot happening. And we are sorry for getting the names wrong. Too much anime.
Man, 20. I know for me, 21 animes this season. I know you have a little less, but...
Yeah.
Fuck.
But it's so hard to keep up everyone's names, so we apologize.
It is. I'm looking forward to summer. Summer is going to be a slow season for us. We counted. I only have 11, I believe, or 12 or some shit like that.
I think I have 11 for net right now. We'll get to that later.
We'll get to that at the end. No problem. So, with that said, that is the seasonals that are still ongoing. Let's go ahead and get into the ones that finished. Let's go ahead with the least of the three. Let's go ahead with Mars Red.
All right, yeah, that's all you.
That's all me. Oh, that's right. You don't watch Mars Red. I swear you did.
Nope, I have not.
let's get into the least of the three since I'm the only one that watches it. Mars Red. Mars Red, a good anime as a whole. I gave it a solid 3 out of 5. The season finale of Mars Red was actually really, really good. Like I need to find that fight scene and show it to you because that final fight scene involving Kurisu and Maeda was fucking awesome. Like that fight scene you showed me of Vivi.
Yeah, that small like 10-second clip.
Yeah, that's most technical. So imagine that type of fight, except with fucking with samurai swords.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's with vampires with fucking lightning quick powers. Like it was fucking legit. It looked like a DBZ fight except with fucking samurai swords, like with katanas. It was fucking great. Yeah, the premise of the show basically, as I've said before, vampires are destroying and ruling, and not ruling, but like going ravaging, I should say. In 1923 Japan, there is a unit called Code Zero, which is a vampire military unit that is tasked to stop these vampires. It all goes to shit. And it's up to one, humanized vampire. Like he's like got superhuman, super amazing powers, but he's like a bitch basically. He's like a bitch vampire. He still wants to retain his humanity, and so he overcomes that while retaining his humanity and defeats everybody. Like I said, it was it was one of the better seasonal finales that I've seen so far from some of these. I guess while I'm going over seasonals that I've seen, I finished a lot of them. I finished Slime Diaries this week, which was again for Slime. People don't know Slime Diaries is basically a whole filler series based off of that time I was reincarnated as a slime. It happens between seasons 1 and season 2. The season finale is pretty cool because it forecasts a dark event that happens, which we later come to find out is the war that happens. Trainee forecast that for Rimuru as they're celebrating the new year. Again, a lot of wholesome moments, a lot of cool and funny moments. This show isn't meant to make you go, oh my god, fights. There's no fights, really. It's just meant for character building, specifically the supplementary characters. I feel that show did a tremendous job of building up the secondary and supplemental characters for the show. It really makes an impact for those who have seen Slime toward the end of the season when Shion and a lot of the townspeople die. You see those same people interact and have critical, funny parts in the Slime Diaries. So they did a tremendous job, I feel, of broadcasting that and having a sense of purpose to these characters that you may not have given a shit about. And a lot of people, from what I see, still don't. They just want to see the fights. They want to see OP Rimuru destroy everybody. I do too, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the character development with that. So Mars Red. Let's see what else. Slime Diaries. I also finished. I've been killing slimes for 300 years. Again, another wholesome anime. I don't really have anything positive or negative to say. It's just a nice, wholesome show. So if you want to watch that, please do. I gave that a 3 out of 5. Also, let me see what else I finished. I finished Cestus. I think I finished Cestus. That was a good season. Good finale. I hope there's a season 2 on that. Again, Cestus is the MMA/boxing anime that's out there that's got the crazy CGI that's like, oh my god, maybe too much. I think it's too much, but the story itself isn't bad whatsoever. So I finished that. That was good stuff. What else did I finish? I finished Full Dive. Full Dive is the funny anime involving a guy who's in like a super realistic RPG, not RPG, Full Dive RPG basically. He's in he's in there. He experiences death. He comes back. Like it's funny. I can't describe it because it's not really one of the ones that are like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. But it's really funny. I gave that a 3 out of 5 stars as well. I would suggest if you want to laugh. There's a lot of adult-oriented not content, but like jokes. Would be something that I would recommend you watch if you want to chuckle at that. Unrelated to the season, I also completed Yasuke last week. I gave that a 3 out of 5 as well. I can't get over the fact that there's fucking magic and robots and feudal China, or feudal Japan. I'm sorry, but yeah, the fights were cool. Animation was cool. Was very cool. The music was fucking amazing, perfect for that. And the story as a whole, even though like a lot of it is far-fetched, the actual plot involving the girl and Yasuke was really good. I enjoyed it very much, so I gave that a 3 out of 5 as well. So I guess. And then, I mean, we can go over the other ones I've seen, like Boruto. Again, for those who don't know or who like Naruto, at this point, Boruto's getting good. At this point, you want to go back and watch like the last 30 episodes, and you'll be basically caught up on everything that's super duper uber important about Boruto, and you'll not be fucking disappointed. These last like 50 episodes have been fucking great. Like, honest to God, like, if it wasn't for the fact that a lot of the fillers that happened at the beginning of the show were terrible, I would give this show a 4.5 out of 5, because everything else that's happened since have been fucking wonderful. Fucking wonderful. Naruto and Sasuke versus Jigen is one of the fights of the season, easily one of the fights of the season. I don't know whether it'll be part of fight of the year. We'll see. Definitely one of the fights of the season. I implore you to try and check that out. They get bodied, which is rare, but that's the way that they've written them, so they can make Boruto OP. It is what it is. But again, something I would totally recommend you go and check out, because it's fucking flawlessly amazing for that. And I think that's it for me. Long story short, Mars Red was good. 3 out of 5. Great final battle. And yeah, so that's my end. Let's go ahead and talk about something else then.
Alrighty, well, I already finished the ones that I was watching. You weren't, except for Shadow's House, which will be next week. We want to talk about it. Let's get to Megalobox, Nomad. We'll save the best. We'll save the best for last.
You know what? I honestly feel Megalobox is better than Moriarty. I felt that.
Really?
I'll differ.
This season, yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, if you want to say season 1, it's not really season. It's not season. It's a core. So basically, let's go with I don't know. I want to start with Moriarty because I think it's easier to break down. Moriarty.
All right, let's start with Moriarty.
Let's start with Moriarty because it's a little easier, even though it's a little longer. So basically, Moriarty was the other show from the winter 2021 that started. It was a 2-core show. So core 1 happened during winter. Core 2 happened during
fall.
Fall. I'm sorry.
It was fall 2020.
I thought it was winter. I'm sorry.
No, it was fall.
My bad. I stand corrected. So fall 2020 was core 1 of Moriarty. Core 2 happened this season. Core 1 was unequivocally one of the better underrated anime shows of that season. Definitely was superb. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. For sure, it was wonderful. Core 2 of Moriarty, I felt it kept up with it for sure. It didn't have the same impetus though. I felt it didn't have the same like, oh my god, it like the events, even though they were massive, they didn't have the same gravitas I felt as what it was in season 1. Perhaps because we're used to it. I don't know. That's how I felt from my side. It still was.
I think it was just the extra characters.
Yeah, some of the extra characters were silly. I'm not going to complain about it though. Like I said, it's still good. I still gave the show.
They're still great, but I think that there were so many that there should have been a little more.
I don't know. Yeah, they could have fleshed it out instead. I agree with you. I think they probably should have done, instead of having 1 season 2-core art or 2-core anime. I think they should have maybe done like 2 13-episode or 14-episode animes. Seasonals, I should say. So season 1 it'd be 13, 14 episodes. Season 2 be 13, 14 episodes, or something along those lines, or maybe like a 15. I don't know. Fucking.
Well, that's the thing. The manga wrapped up. So
yeah, so it caught up to the manga.
So there should have been a few more stories. Is why.
They should have fleshed it out more. Perhaps, I don't know. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was great. I absolutely loved the twist at the end. With Liam, not Liam. What the fuck is the little brother's name? What's his name? Lewis. With Lewis becoming the head of MI6, that popped me. I was like, holy shit, MI6. And they have a tendency to do that. They do that with Watson and Sherlock when they introduced them. They did that with James Bond, and that sucked ass. I hated that. That was fucking dumb. But this one,
I didn't mind it, but there should have been more. Same with Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, same with Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper was okay. James Bond killed it. I understand they wanted to do like the whole like, non-gender or like the whole transsexual vibe. That's cool. Totally okay with that. But naming her James Bond with an E, that was fucking dumb. Kill yourself on that. That was stupid. But yes, the
Bond was fine. It just needed more. It just needed more development.
When I saw James Bond, that lowered it from a 5 to a 4 at that point for me, and it never recovered. But in any case, yeah. So I gave it a 4 out of 5. MI6 definitely was a huge surprise for me. I popped on that. And of course, we all knew that Eve wouldn't fucking be alive. But the fact they made it to Switzerland, holy shit, that's a fucking accomplishment in the late 1800s to go from England to Switzerland. Wow.
And 3 months. So
in 3 months, yeah, no shit, eh? Wow.
Yeah, but let's talk about that whole confrontation, like the letter.
Okay. Go ahead.
Like, because again, Sherlock asked why him this whole time,
Yes.
and then he considers Moriarty a friend, which rightfully so because of how they acted.
Right.
And then and then you find out Moriarty felt the same way, that he felt Sherlock was a friend.
So it wasn't a really a thing of yaoi. It was just more like a mutual understanding of best friends.
Yeah, like
For those who tried to ship-
they had the same mentality.
For sure.
It wasn't like corrupted.
They understood each other.
Yeah, and
But I mean, hey,
it's like
three months
maybe
never know.
yeah, there's like maybe I'll get reincarnated into someone else and be a friend again. And Sherlock's like, I want to save you now.
Yeah.
Thing. And then and then the fire happened.
Fire. Oh, in the manor.
Yeah, in the manor that's spread across the slums.
So the manor was the first fire. That was unrelated to everything. But then there was like there was bombs. I think that Fred and Jack the Ripper and I think the other guy.
Yeah, but it was crazy that they were all practically going to take like a suicide pact if.
Yeah, I saw that was.
And Moriarty didn't go. I was gonna go until he said, "I'm doing this by myself for everyone."
Yeah, they were all content to die for the sins that they had caused along with him, and they were like, "No, I'll just take them for myself." And I felt
you guys need to live.
It was poetic justice. I felt for him to have done that. I would have been totally fine with him dying. I guess for a happy ending's sake, he didn't die, which is cool. But at the end, when Sherlock is spilling his guts to him, like trying to save him, like, no, come on, I'm trying to save you, live, atone for your sins this way. And then
we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead.
All right, I'll let you keep going. Sorry.
All right. That the fire happens in the slums now. The peasants, the commoners are like, please save us. They're like, no, you are ruining our party. Go away.
Yes.
And what's that guy's name? The guy with the gun.
I forget his name. That's what I was relying on you. And I was like, what's his face? A few seconds ago.
Hold on.
God, I'll continue the story while you're looking
I don't want to say the wrong name again.
We don't want to leave any stone unturned here on Talk the Keki podcast, ladies and gentlemen. So while Matthew,
Sebastian.
Sebastian. All right, never mind. All right.
Sebastian's like, hey, you guys are nobles, right? You want to know what happened? Your ancestors were commoners when they came here. It's like how we are. We've earned this. Like people they've earned their bread per se.
Yeah.
And now it's like, and now you're gonna be no better than anyone if you do not help us, like get to the water to save us. Like, and then, in a way, his plan worked. The commoners and the nobles were working together.
It was
even though the fire.
I would have thought that.
Yeah, like even though the fire took most of the town, they still worked together. That was his goal, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've done all this, so time for me to die. And then Sherlock got his answer, okay, why'd you actually pick me? He's like, no, when I actually talked to you on that yacht, I actually felt like normal. Like, I didn't think about anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like a normal conversation. Like,
I fell in love
there
with
was
you,
no plan. Like,
Shirley. I fell in love with you, Shirley.
You called him Shirley. He's like, oh.
You called him Shirley. Yeah, I did. I got that. I was like, oh.
It's like, yeah, like he actually felt like a normal person, like that he could live here, but his mind, it was too late because he planned this whole thing since he was a kid.
Yeah, dude. And then when he's begging him, they're on top of the bridge or like
the broken bridge, yeah.
On top of the broken bridge, and Shirley's like, live for your sins, and it's like,
he was shocked. Yeah, it's like, I know, someone else wants me, like we can change it together.
But then what I was saying is that when he turned his palms very slowly, ominously to reveal the red, I was like, nope, that's it. And I felt that. I was like, he sees the red. And I'm like, nope. And it's something that no one will understand. To have your hands stained with blood, and it's like
it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away. It's crazy. I thought about that from the standpoint of like, they're like, oh, would you kill for your family? And everyone's like, yeah, in a heartbeat. I always say that, in a heartbeat. You're
gonna live with that.
You're gonna live with that. People don't think about the fact like, all right, I killed fucking somebody trying to rape my mom. Cool, right? A fucking noble. You're honorable. You're the best son ever.
Your mom was still raped. You killed a person.
Yeah, and then you look at your hands every day and you realize like man, I slit this motherfucker's throat, and you still see the blood. You would have like taken 100 showers or washed your hands 500 times and whatever the fuck, and you still see that. Like,
Your
man,
hands
that
are
was
still filthy. Yeah.
yeah, you're still, you did the deed, man. It's like, fuck, man. That's really, powerful. So when I saw you jump off the bridge, I was like, cool. That was that. I understood, and I was perfectly fine with that. And again, they wanted to make the happy ending, which was fine with me too. I wasn't upset with the ending by any
And
means.
so,
but-
then Sherlock jumped, hugged him as like, it's gonna be okay, type of thing.
Make love to
And no one saw them again. Albert gets arrested.
Albert got fucked the most out of everybody. Liam got the best. Liam became the head of MI6. Fucking William is alive and he's traveling the world with Shirley while being, like they never found his body, and people in Switzerland don't know jack shit about what happened in England. I don't think Interpol wasn't created by this point, although they did have Interpol. I think they did.
Sebastian's like he's like a he's a worksman. He helps people.
Sebastian's a worksman. Fred is doing that.
And Watson wrote the book.
And Albert got fucked the most. Albert which was cool. He gave up his fortune to rebuild London, which was really awesome. But he sat in jail. Like, out of all the motherfuckers, Albert got fucked the most. I was like, man, that's kind of.
Yeah, but didn't you see him like in a house though while Lewis was talking about MI6?
He's on house arrest. He's happy.
Okay.
On house arrest, I guess. But he kind of got fucked the most, I feel.
Well, he's like he was like okay with it.
Yeah, man.
He didn't fight it.
Yeah, he didn't fight it. I just
and Lewis was saying, "I'll take the blame too." Like,
no, I said I'm the head of MI6, the future home of James Bond.
Yeah, well, Inspector. Who was it? Yeah, it was it Holmes's brother or was it the inspector?
Who?
That gave Lewis that
Holmes's brother.
Okay, so it was Mycroft. Okay.
Yeah, Mycroft. Yeah, Mycroft gave him officially. It was like to report to the Queen, however unexistent in the world, you are.
Apparently that was what Sherlock talked to the Queen about.
Order number 6 or some shit. Unofficially called MI6. I was like, whoa! I was like, what the fuck? Huge pop for me. Pop me. I loved it. That was one of the best reveals they've done in the whole fucking show. I loved it. And they saved it for the end. That was really cool.
But yeah, their goal was reached. They got a somewhat happy ending in a way for most of them. It made sense.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they made with the book with that he made Moriarty the bad guy, even though they all know what really happened.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 4 out of 5 for me, man. As a whole series, 4 out of 5. 4.25, I'd say, given, because I can't on my analyst. I can't give 4. I can't. Well, I could do 4.5s, but actually no. I'm sorry. I do the 5 star. I do 5 stars. Yeah. So I changed it to 5 stars. I can't do half stars, which annoys me.
Yeah.
I would do half stars on a lot of things. But
I still love this. It's probably gonna go lower in terms of best for the year, like the second half.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the first half, it was in my top 5.
Yeah.
For 2020, so
yeah.
It won't go down much, but it's definitely not gonna be top 5. Probably 10, maybe 15.
No,
in that range. Depends on how the rest of the seasons go.
I don't think it's gonna go that low, man. I mean, I could think of several anime I like more for sure.
But like I said, it'll probably be like top 10.
It'll be top 10. It'll be top 10.
Yeah, but again, summer and fall didn't happen, so you never know. So
yeah.
As of right now, it's comfortably on 10.
I don't know. I'm not looking at my list right now specifically, but I mean, yeah. It was still a great series. It was still 4 out of 5. Liked it. Very, very.
Oh yeah. No, very, very fun.
Very worth a watch. If anybody wants to watch it, you can check it out on Funimation. It's a Funimation exclusive. I don't know if it's on Hulu. You can check and see. If not, you'd have to get Funimation. But it's
probably in Japan.
Yeah, probably. But most of our listeners aren't in Japan, so that is what it is.
Right.
Anyway, get Funimation. You can watch it. Highly recommend it. Worth a watch. Worth all your investment in time. Totally cool.
Especially if you love mysteries or just a fan of Sherlock Holmes in general.
Yes, indeed. If you like murder mysteries, if you like Sherlock Holmes, yeah, this is for you, dude. Or dudess, whatever you want.
Right. And now our final review for the week.
Megalobox. So this is a show that I felt beat Moriarty. It was a surprise of the season. One of the surprises of the season.
Overall, for this, like if we're going but just by this core and then this season,
yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah, big time.
Big time. If I'm gonna say surprise of the season, it's gonna be Megalobox. Because I mean, goddamn, And by the way, unrelated to that, we got to come up with topics. Actually, we should put that up on the We'll put that up in the group.
I'll say we'll talk about that when we're off the air.
Oh, well, all right, fine. Whatever, that's fine. All right, anyway. Megalobox, surprise of the season. Loved it. I gave it 4. I would give it 4.5 if I could. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. We'll talk about it right now in depth in a couple seconds, but that ending was kind of anticlimactic. It was very anticlimactic.
I get it at the same time.
I get it. I got it. Nothing wrong with it. And there was nothing wrong with that ending. It was just very anticlimactic. I'm a blood guy. Like, I'm a huge, like, I want to see a fucking conclusion. Like, how we were both thinking, like, oh, someone's going to die. Who's going to die? Are they both going to die?
Right. Yeah, no, or one.
Will it be a double draw? Like, no, it was, and we'll talk about it, man. But that was kind of the fight itself was super fucking anticlimactic. The rest of the end was fine, cool, liked it. A fitting end to the show, totally awesome. But that fight was really just meh, very meh.
All right, let's get to this.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The fight with Joe and Mac starts, and then you find out that Mac talked to the company that fucked them up for good, but fucked them up, and
Roscoe.
What? Roscoe, sorry. Yes, they talk about that, and he says, "I'm gonna don't tamper with my brain, don't do anything, just let me fight on my own. Especially this is gonna be my last fight. I've wanted this fight for so long. Let me fight him man to man." And then you see Joe want to do the same thing with Chief Skier, and then you find out from both of them, like, if somehow he has an aneurysm in the middle of the ring, stop. Like, you're allowed to stop. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna judge you.
Yeah, Sacho said that. Sacho said, like, if I did anything wrong, I'm gonna throw the towel in.
Yeah, and he agreed.
And that was dumb. But in any case.
Well, that's right. And then Mac says, like, and then they said, like, if I somehow go berserk, stop.
Yeah.
Throwing the towel for me.
Yeah.
So when those two happen, then you kind of figure someone's throwing the towel. I got that right away.
Yeah, but then you still expect, like, a definitive.
I know, that's the thing.
Somebody's throwing the towel.
The fans were happy.
Yeah, I was great until that point. It was great foreshadowing, and I was like, oh, so the towel's gonna get thrown in. Cool. I want to see what kind of fucking insanity happens for them to throw in the towel for it to get to that point.
Well, the thing is, like this, like they were both nomads in this fight. It started like how they were, their struggles. Yeah. And then when Mac got knocked out, was it Mac or was it Joe that got knocked out first?
Joe got knocked down first.
Joe got knocked out first. He had that little scare with his brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when Mac did that uppercut, like a calm uppercut, right by his ear, he freaked out. So he probably was having another episode.
Yeah.
He went down, and then the hummingbird Sachio was like, "I'm right here. Listen to my voice."
Yeah.
He got up. And he's like, all right, great. He's happy. Then he gets Mac down, and you see Mac about to
go into Mac time.
He was about to, and then
Max
he heard the son.
Mac time, and he heard his son, and then he
was the hummingbird.
Literally sees the hummingbird to his son and his wife, and he snaps out of it, and they continue to fight, and they continue. It was a great fight. The fight that happened back and forth.
Yeah,
really good, really fucking good. You would hardly realize that not even 2 rounds of this is finished, and then Sachio has a realization as Joe is fighting that Joe is like a kamikaze. Joe is fighting like a kamikaze. He's like purposely getting hit.
Yeah, he's like this could kill him, especially
kill him. And he throws in the towel, and that pissed me off.
You saw Pops. You saw Pops there too.
Let him go out on his shield, goddammit.
No, he said it's like trust me, like
let him fucking join Pops. That would have been worth it. That would have been worth it, bro. If he would have fought, because I'm a boxing fan, dude. I'm a boxing fan specifically, and an MMA fan, and mixed and combat sports, but especially a boxing fan because boxing was my first love. And bro, that looked like some Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. bullshit, bro. Like, he just fucking, like, they stopped it.
It was better than the Mayweather fight, his last few fights.
Man. Like, fuck, dude. Like, I understand, like, it's for they're doing the right thing, da-da-da-da. Like, nah, man. I wanted to see that motherfucker, somebody, to have a definitive end. Like, he wasn't fucking, he was still going. They were both still going. Nobody was, like, hurt.
But the thing, it's not like he's going to punch Sachio. Like, why did you throw in the towel? You son of a bitch.
That's what it was written, but, I mean, fine. And he agreed to it, too, but, god damn, that, as an anime watcher, which they don't give a shit about in this particular instance, it was a major disappointment for me, as far as I'm concerned.
I get a little anticlimactic, but I still liked it at the same time. Especially again,
okay,
the
but
story of this again with the whole Nomad and Hummingbird for both of them. I
yeah.
like that.
I'm not gonna.
It was fitting.
I'm not gonna say that they shit the bed, but it left a lot to be desired. That's
Right,
all.
and that. All right. Anyway, after the fight,
After the fight.
they retired. Both of them retired. They're happily retired.
Yes.
And then you see, who was it? The sister, right? The sister of the company.
Shirato. So Shirato,
Yeah, she stepped down.
she steps down. So basically, during the fight, which happens, you see her confront Sakuma-san, and she confronts him with the data. She knows everything that's happened. She said, "Listen, if you sign over the deal for Roscoe, for Best rather, I'm not going to turn you in. I won't expose you. Just sign the deal. We'll go ahead and we'll rectify everything. We'll take responsibility." Da da da. Apparently, he says like, "Oh, you're a shrewd woman." She's like, "I'm just a shrewd person." And apparently, it doesn't happen because they arrest Sakuma. He's basically carried out of Roscoe. They throw him in jail. And so it still happens anyway, though. They still acquire the license. And what's it called? God damn it, Sakuta, right? What the fuck was just Shirato? Sorry, Shirato.
Yeah.
Shirato claims responsibility and then promptly steps down and gives responsibility to her top assistant, who's been at her side forever, throughout this whole thing that happened during the season. So she becomes the new president, and Shirato becomes a whole fucking like stepmom kind of thing, where she
Right.
brings the
The
kids
orphans. Yeah.
yeah, it brings the orphans back to Joe's house. They all, oh my God, you've grown so much, yada yada yada. Joe,
Yeah. I feel like she took care of them after
she
this.
did. Well, that's
Yeah.
what they said. They said after Joe left that as a favor, she agreed to take on the orphans in a facility of theirs.
Yeah.
And so they were like, "Oh, we want to stay, we want to stay, we want to stay." But then she mentioned like, "No, they really belong here with you." So Joe goes on to become a circuitry father for all these kids. And at the end, we learn Sachio gets picked up to be a Megalobox mechanic. He's gonna go to some top institute to become a mechanic. They have a final send off along with the celebration for Joe, and Joe and Sachio leave Team Nowhere boxing gym for a moment while they go on their own. At the end, they reach a fork in the road, and Joe gives Sachio his bike. And they say their final goodbyes. They'll see each other again, blah, blah, blah. And so Sachio goes on his way to the mechanic school. Joe drives back to the facility. As he's driving back to the facility, he hears Pops' voice and says, "It's going to be lonely around here." And he's like, "Huh?" He like hears and he smiles and he starts looking around real quick to see if he sees him, and he doesn't. And he keeps on driving. And then as the story pans out, you see you see Pops in the back. With the beer, smiling. He has both his eyes. He's smiling, and there's the hummingbird there to lead Pops and Joe to their final ends, and the show ends. So that part I enjoyed very much. My only disappointment was the fight itself, and as I mentioned before, I also didn't appreciate the fact that they didn't really. I guess maybe they made it as like, oh, it's a Spanish thing, which is why like Mac was in the corner praying why he loved the hummingbird so much. So it was never really mentioned that he was Chief's son. If you notice on the grave of Chief, he has a different name. I think his last name is like something like, I don't know, Gonzalez or Sanchez or something Mexican related, versus Mac, whose last name is Rosario. So I guess they made it kind of clear that perhaps they're not related, and more if it's more of a thing that they did. So I guess I understood that. I was a little bit disappointed at first. I was like, oh,
yeah, I was gonna say like he looked really old to be his son.
Yeah, but
so it was like I was like. It probably could have, but the fact that you see how old he actually looked after that fight, there's like, okay, maybe this is just the same heritage.
Yeah, it's just the same heritage. So I wasn't as disappointed with that. So I guess my main complaint is going to be that final. Everything about the show was stellar. I enjoyed it so goddamn much. It was fucking phenomenal. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I would have given it a 4.5 out of 5 if it wasn't for that shitty fucking boxing fight at the end. So it's a solid 4 for me. It's again one of the surprises of the season. Anybody who likes boxing, anybody who likes a good redemption story, from somebody who's addicted to drugs to overcome that and become, and try and find their purpose and their redemption and come back to the reality they left in a happy world and a happy end. So, excuse me, this is totally the fucking show for you. Would recommend it in a heartbeat. It is also a Funimation exclusive, so you will have to get Funimation to watch that. But I can't stress to you enough how wonderful it is. And season 1 is a great fucking anime. Season 1 is really good. I gave that, I think it's a 3 out of 5 on my list. I would have given it a 3.75, 3.75 out of 5 on that. It was really good. And they literally took Megalobox 2 and they made it 3 times better than Megalobox 1 was. And that was actually one of the animes of the season contender back in, I think, 2018 when it dropped. So it tells you a lot of how they did it. Writing superb, music superb, culture superb, how they deal with racism and drug use and things like that, all superb. Yeah, I loved it.
All right, and then what you call it? I thought that Joe was gonna come back with the motorcycle, and I thought he was gonna collapse on the way home.
Wow, I didn't think that. That's kind of
No, like that was the thought. Like, I'm gonna go visit Chief's grave. I'm gonna meet Sachio halfway. So I was like, wait, no.
oh,
And then you find out he took the bike. I was like, okay.
no,
He took the bike. I was expecting to like have that aneurysm while driving this crash.
Nah, I wouldn't have.
That's what I thought was gonna happen. I was like, oh shit.
Once I saw the happy ending, I totally expected the happy ending. If that would have happened, I would have seen a season. I would have expected the season 3 with Sachio.
Right.
If that would have happened, I totally would have expected the season 3 with Sachio. Sachio maybe goes through the same demons where not only is he missing Pops now he's missing Joe after he reconciled. Then we see everything that happens after the fact. I would have expected that if that would have occurred. But because it's a happy ending, we're fairly certain it's done. We don't know. I don't know anything about the manga or the light novel or whatever it is. I think it's a manga at this point. I don't know anything about that. I would venture to say, though, the way it concluded, it's a fairly good end to 2 seasons of really quality shows. So.
But yeah, this was like really the last one. Then I think
they did well.
Yeah, they said like, yeah, I'm satisfied. Like I don't need any more. Like if this is where you're gonna end it, then I'm okay with it.
For sure.
Like, he boxed. He was a champion.
Yep.
Overcame addiction.
Yep.
Retired. Fine.
Yep.
Has a family again.
No complaints from me whatsoever. None.
All right. We're going to take one more break, and then we're going to talk about what we're covering next week. We'll answer a question or two, and then our summer list. Be right back after this.
Stay tuned. Real quick, before we move on to the thing, let's talk about the, do you want to put questions, not questions, rather, what the fuck my idea was? I wanted to put it in the group, basically. Oh, for our seasonal awards. Do you want to do seasonal awards based off of, like, what we had, what Angel did with the Eat the Cake Awards, or do you want to have your own?
I was trying to find, like, a pun word for cake for the awards, but as for category, I was thinking, like, characters, ships, supporting VAs, then best in certain categories, and then animation, and then the best anime of the season type of thing.
You want to do together? Do you want to do consensus or you and I?
Wait, what?
You want to do a you and I, ours? Like, oh, your animation of the season is Vivi. Mine is, I would say Vivi as well. Because
like that. Like you know how Anime Trending does their awards?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, kind of like those for their seasonals. Like the best in like thriller or stuff like that. Music.
Yeah.
Slice of life. Like we give our own opinion for each of those.
So do you want to?
Some are going to be multiple. Then we'll do couples.
So do you want to all right. So do you want to formulate that list and then we I'll put it in the doc file and then I'll get your answer and I'll put my answer and then we'll just read it together on that episode.
Yeah. We could do that.
All right, cool. Just send me the list and I'll put it together. That's fine.
Okay, no problem. I'll do it later. All right. Let's get back finally.
Yeah, let's do that.
And we're back. Alrighty, everyone. We're about to wrap it up here, but before we do that, we are going to do a question or two first. Were there any in the comments? If not, we will make some as we go.
There were none. There was somebody last week that mentioned something about having Matthew. Shout out Matthew. He mentioned about having what the fuck did he say? He said don't toy with me Nagatoro in a My Hero world or something like that. It was a fucking weird scenario. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick. Give me a second. I was trying to pull up.
Was it who would win a fight or?
Yeah, some shit like that. I was sorry. I was trying to pull up my list for the end of the day. Give me 2 moments. 2 momentitos, por favor.
Alrighty.
Questions. So if I type in the word questions, see what happens.
We need to make an email for just questions. If you want to send to us.
Fucking use that email, dude. We're not that fucking prime time yet.
Alright, fine. I'll wait till we're mid-carders.
Yeah, we'll wait till we're fucking mid-carders right now. Right now, we're fucking with the Brooklyn Brawler against fucking Undertaker.
Yeah, we're Steve Lombardi, damn it.
We're Steve Lombardi, goddammit. I'm not gonna find this thing because I already took it off.
Alright, then you just say a question, and we'll go from there.
Ah, man, I don't know. Fuck. I mean, I think I asked one, and I was talking about, like, seasonal content earlier, right? I guess we can consider that a question that I came up with. So I don't know.
Alrighty. Actually, we can tell the editor to scratch this part out. Anyway, I will have news though. We are getting music.
Yes, we are.
I don't know when though, so don't get your hopes up quite yet. It is happening. We got some of a budget. We're getting an OP with lyrics, and then an ED instrumental.
How many podcasts don't have their own fucking lyrics to their fucking opening songs? I can't think of any.
There's probably some there, but not their own. But I am currently talking to Captain Music, who is going to be taking care of it. He says he's going to try again a demo in about a week or so. So I did give him ideas of lyrics, like long as that covers what we talk about, our names, the tone. Could be rockish. It could be similar to Isekai Quartet.
Isekai Quartet.
Yeah, so I'm okay with that. If you can find two, if you can find two people that sing as us, then I'm all for it. I don't care.
Dude, when you told me Isekai Quartet, I just heard the song. Like it could be an Isekai Quartet. I was like, oh, Isekai Quartet, Isekai Quartet,
Isekai Quartet.
Isekai Quartet. Oh shit, let's go, baby.
But yeah, we're gonna estimate about a month or so. Once we get it, you'll probably hear it in the intro for the podcast. If you don't, we're gonna play it. We'll play it.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Don't hold us back yet. We don't want to tell you like in a month, and then it's not done yet. So
well, we'll update you.
We'll update you. We'll keep you updated every week, ladies and gentlemen.
It is happening.
What else are we gonna go with now for this?
Alrighty. Now until that, we got summer season list.
Summer list.
Yes. The summer stuff officially starts Saturday, but we are going to hold off talking about it until 2 weeks.
Yeah, that also gives us an opportunity because we're watching several shows together. It'll give us an opportunity to formulate I guess a good opinion, because by then we would have watched.
Because we'll have about 2, maybe 3 episodes.
Yeah, we'll talk about all the other stuff. We'll talk about Revengers. We'll talk about Eternity, because those are continuous going into next season. So we'll talk about those on the podcast next week, no problem. But
we also want to finish spring. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
we're gonna finish spring next week.
Yeah,
and then we're gonna do the awards, and then after that we got full on summer. No more spring.
Exactly. Well, we'll probably reference it at some point, but yeah, it'll be full on summer. I've got the full list here. Do you have your list?
The list that I wrote to you.
I don't know. Whatever list you have.
Yes. Go. You go first.
All right. So I've got the full list here from analyst.co. Anybody who, again, I said this before in past episodes, if you don't have an analyst or a My Analyst account, please do. It's so fucking helpful if you're a super weeb like us, or just somebody who wants to, just out of curiosity's sake, see where you're at. I know for myself, I'm at 187 titles, 68.2 days watched, with a 68.7 mean score as of right now. I did update that literally maybe 2 hours ago. So it helps you. It tells you when episodes drop. It tells you how long till episodes drop. There's forums for you to talk to. Totally recommend it. In any case, let's get back. The major hitters are going to be the continuation of My Hero, which is about halfway done with the season already. And the second core of That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime season 2. Those are the 2 major ones that are going to be out there. Some of the major ones that we're going to be watching that have gotten some buzz are Kanajo to Kanajo, which is Girlfriend, How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. We have the Tonikawa OVA, which I know you love Tonikawa. I adore Tonikawa, so that's going to come out at some point during the summer. The Wonder Egg Priority Special is the literal first show that's coming out. It was supposed to drop today, however, apparently it's not, so it's going to be coming out tomorrow. We will review that next week on the show in depth, because Wonder Egg is one of the animes of. I
made sure this time.
Yeah, we made sure this time. So it's one of the animes of the winter season by a country mile. I adore it. I know Matthew loves it as well. We will go fully in depth with Wonder Egg Priority at that point. Another one that we are sharing is the Aquatope on the White Sand, which is basically a story of a runaway girl runaway idol, I think, or former idol, who's goes to Okinawa and ends up working in a aquarium that's shutting down, and there's mysteries, and it looks really cool. I'm watching the second season of I'm Standing on a Million Lives, or I think it's the second core of it, one or the other. Either I think it's the second core of the show. It might be. Let me see. Let me click on it really quick. Sorry, season 2. It's considered season 2. My bad. So season 2 of that, I'm watching that. The freaking man, this one. Do they have the English translation for this? I don't want to try and say this in Japanese. There it is. The Duke of Death and His Black Maid is another one that I'm watching. I think you're watching that as well.
Yes,
I am. We'll watch that. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. We'll go over synopses when we start watching the shows. We don't have enough time. It's already been over an hour and a half since we started this thing. So, let me put Scarlet Nexus in. Scarlet Nexus is one I'm going to watch simply because my nephew is probably going to be watching it. So I want to watch that with him because he's going ape shit over the show. It actually starts in one day, so that's coming out fairly soon as well.
Right.
So I'll have something else to watch. Cool. There's some movies out like Belle. Belle's a hotly anticipated anime movie that's going to drop. Well, we don't know when we'll get to that, but hopefully we will. There's another. What is this one? This is a decent one. What the hell is the? What? It doesn't tell me the English name. Tsuki ga Michibiku Isekai Dushu is that one. That's something that I have on my watch list. What else do I have? There's an OVA for Tanya the Evil. I don't know if that's going to be available to us, but that's also coming out during the summer. What else am I going here? Anything else on my list? I don't think so. Misaki no Mayoiga is another movie. That looks fantastic as well. Again, all these movies is tough for us to be able to go through them because of the fact that we don't get them. They're not available to us since they're all dropping in Japan. If they do, it'll be much, much later. So we'll get to them when we get to them, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's it. Worlds Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. That's a movie. Sorry. Movie. Several movies, man. I hate that where there's like, I'm gonna watch all these movies. No, you won't. Fuck me, man. What else? Anything else?
Well, did you write down the ones you're going to watch specifically?
Well, no, all the ones that I mentioned, I'm gonna watch. Those are all the ones that are highlighted. Besides the movies. Besides the movies, those are the ones I'm gonna watch. But so I have all right. So let's go down my continuations. I have My Hero continuation, Boruto continuation, To Your Eternity, Tokyo Revengers. Those are the 4 continuous animes that are going to be out there right now that I'll be watching, followed by Slime, and I'm not counting the OVAs because they're only going to be 1 episode. So Slime, Realist Hero, Girlfriend. Let me go back. Fuck me, I forgot to count. All right, so My Hero, Tokyo Revengers, To Your Eternity. God damn it, I'm so horrible at this. My Hero, Boruto, To Your Eternity, Tokyo Revengers. Slime, Realist, Girlfriend, Aquatope, Million Lives, Duke and Death, Scarlet Nexus. That is 11.
That's 11 for you.
That's 11 for me, which is far better than 21 like I had fucking last season.
Yeah.
This past season, I should say, not this last season, but this past season. And then you have the OVAs. There's like at least the Wonder Egg OVA, Tonikawa OVA. Those are at least the 2 OVAs I know.
And probably, I think Love is War.
There's Kaguya somehow.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah. There's a trailer for it. You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see that shit. Whoa,
oh God, this one's more adult.
Whoa, really?
Oh, you see the curves and all that. Oh man.
Whoa, send that to me.
Well, that's the thing. The creator also has a Dojin version of this.
Whoa! Send that to me!
As a manga, like, yes, it's good.
Oh, Ichika gets railed?
I say this in the...
Again, we're falling off the tracks. All right, we'll talk about that off air. But yeah, send that to me.
All right, I'll ask my friends for it.
I need something to fap to. I'm sorry. Anyway.
Okay, no problem. Anyway, I got my list right here.
Go ahead, bro. I
got Detective is Already Dead. That's my first one.
I might watch that one. I might watch that one.
Yeah. My continuations are Tokyo Revengers and To Your Eternity.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got Girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
How a Realist Rebuilt a Kingdom. Mm-hmm. My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, Season 2. I'm excited for that one.
Popular one I haven't seen. So.
It's fun. I'm excited to see Bacarina again.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about dense harem MCs, she takes that cake. My fucking god. But she's adorable. Alrighty. Anyway, a case study of Vanitas, I believe what it's called. We got that. Duke of Death and his maid.
Mm-hmm.
Aquatope of the White Sand.
Mm-hmm.
Nighthead 2041. And Sunny Boy. That's I believe that's 11.
I'm reading Nighthead right now. I don't know. Maybe I'll.
That's 11.
That's 11 for you. We're sharing 6 out of the 11.
All right, I say there could be more, there could be less. We don't know. Depends on where they're airing or
less. I doubt it, unless they're not airing somewhere available.
That's the thing. Either somewhere that's not available, or it's just bad and we drop it halfway through.
I don't drop anime. It's tough for me. Bro, it has to be really, 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 really bad or something I just can't follow. Like
I just get way too busy and I have to cut stuff into kill time.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, for me,
that's why I do with Joran. So
I got busy because of life. So I mean, it's different. Are you gonna go back and watch Joran at all?
I'm probably going to during my vacation since I'm basically halfway done.
All right.
So I may just do it like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's, like I said, let me see Sunny Boys really quick. Sunny Boy Sci-Fi 36 cast student. Uploaded that mentioned. Nah, I'm not feeling it. All right. I might add, I have 11. I might add Detective is Dead. A case study of Vanitas. I read about this. I don't know. It didn't capture me. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I'm going by visuals and how it looks.
Yeah, I mean the visuals. It's tough, man, because in today's day and age, visuals are pretty standard and they're all really fucking good. I think I don't really have a problem with most visuals, so it's tough for me to go by visuals. I read the plots on all these, so I get an idea of what it is. So. The plots just, I don't know, they haven't gotten me. Like, I guess the only one that I might put on here is The Detective is Already Dead because of the fact that it just seems interesting. I might give that one a go.
And then I'm gonna watch Yami Shibai because they're guilty pleasures and they're like 5 minutes, not even.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna give it a go. I'll put 12 on mine. I'll put Plan to Watch on Detective is Already Dead. That's fine.
There you go.
All right.
And again, there could be more not listed. We don't know. We'll find out when they actually put the list up. When Funimation, Crunchyroll has them all up, like, hey, this is what we got for the season.
Yeah. So, all right.
Because I know there was an original for Crunchyroll. I just forgot the name. I didn't see it on any list. So, the pirate one.
Yeah, the pirate one. I don't know. It didn't capture me. I read the plot for that one. I didn't really. I don't know. I'm not a pirate person.
I'm gonna have to look at trailers until Saturday, and then. There could be different ones from then.
So far, I've got 12. We're sharing 7. You've got 11. So I've got 12. You got 11. We're sharing 7 out of those numbers, which is still way better considering because, like I said, I was at 21 this season. So I'm looking so forward to getting a little bit of an anime break with all due respect. And not to mention with that time, if I'm all caught up, it'll give me an opportunity to watch some of the other ones. Like I'll be able to watch High Rise Invasion. I wanted to start 7 Deadly Sins, which, by the way, that also dropped on Monday. For those who don't know, maybe a bit of retroactive news. This past Monday, I should say, the final season of 7 Deadly Sins did drop. So I'm hearing good things about it. I've heard good things about the show as a whole. I need to go back and try and watch that. I may do that at some point. I will do that. Let me phrase that for sure at some point. I just don't know when exactly. So, yeah.
Alrighty, very good. That's our summer stuff. They start this Saturday. Check your Andy list or Crunchyroll or Funimation, see what they're going to get as some of these drop around that time. Like I said, we're going to be talking about it in 2 weeks. As next week, we talk about spring, the awards, and we're going to finish with Higehiro, Nagatoro, which I finished those, but to help him catch up, we decided to hold off.
Yeah. So starting tomorrow, my plan tomorrow is we're gonna both Matthew and I will watch the season finale of Osamake and Wonder Egg. Those will be the 2 high priority things. So we'll be done with that. We'll definitely discuss those next week. My goal is to finish Higehiro. I will definitely finish Higehiro because I only have Higehiro, Fruits, and Nagatoro. So I will finish Higehiro for sure. by then. I hope to have finished Fruits by then. And I want to end because everybody knows Hijihiro and Fruits are two of the saddest anime that are out there. I know for a fact that they're going to be really, really depressing. So I don't want to end my season on a depressing note. That's why I've saved Nagatoro for so long, because Nagatoro is by far, I think, the funniest anime of the season.
It's a really good ending.
It's a really good anime, and it's a good ending. I heard there's going to be a season 2, or it looks like there may be a season 2. I'm looking forward to that. So I want to end my season on a positive note after watching 2 fucking insanely depressing animes toward the end. So yeah, at minimum, we'll be talking about Hijihiro, Osamake, Wonder Egg. I hope I'll be able to talk in depth about Fruits, because I adore Fruits. I don't know whether we're going to get to Nagatoro. I want to get to Nagatoro. I'm going to try my hardest.
I'll talk about it if not.
Oh God, I'll try and see what I can get. That's my goal for next week, guys. And then we're going to talk about the OVA, the bottom tier character OVA for season 2, or I'm sorry, the second OVA for bottom tier character Tomazaki. That's also on our to-do list. And as we mentioned before earlier in the episode, we're going to do some spring seasonals. Oh, maybe. Yay! I mean, I was thinking maybe we could do the spring seasonals later, but I digress. Anyway, we'll do the spring seasonals, or at least we'll begin them at minimum starting next week. We'll try and do it similar to, as you've seen, typical awards. We have best shonen, best anime, best thriller, best slice of life, best.
Basically, if you follow anime trending, you'll know what we're talking about.
Yeah, so we'll do it. We're not going to give you a whole breakdown of contenders or anything like that. I'm going to give you mine. Matthew will give you his.
Those are winners, and that's it.
Yeah, and then if you want to chime in at some point in any type of comments or anything of the sort, please do so. If you want to discuss them in a proper manner, please do so. No problem. We're just telling you what we prefer. You know, our viewers, what you like. That's up to you. Everybody has different tastes. We're not going to sit there and judge them most times. I will. I'm a douchebag, so I might. But yeah, that's what we got in store. And yeah, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I think.
Alrighty. We know how we normally wrap it up. Anime recommendations. Since this is still the end of June, we're gonna close it with the last of LGBTQA plus. With mine, I'm gonna recommend Yuri on Ice, made by MAPPA. So kind of sucks that they didn't get anything in those announcements.
Yeah, a lot of people were waiting on the movie. They were like talking about
like a movie or something. But yeah, this is very sweet. I'm usually not into ice skating, but this definitely captivated me with the characters, story, animation.
Yeah, it's on my list for sure. I've heard great things about Yuri on Ice. I'm not much of a yaoi person. I said I'd give Given a go at some point in my future, because of how much I like music anime and how well of a show that I've heard that is. So
I've already talked about Given, so I wasn't going to recommend it again. So okay, let's go with Yuri on Ice, another popular one. So that's my recommendation. You can do your yaoi or Yuri.
So there's
perverts.
Nah. So you know what? In all sincerity, I have plenty of Yuri on my to-watch list. Citrus, Bloom Into You, are two of the prominent ones that I have on my to-watch list. I will watch those, and I'm looking forward to them very much. I've only ever seen one Yuri. It's Adachi and Shimamura, a show that came out during summer of 2020. I would recommend that show. Seeing it's the only one I've seen, but it's a really nice series. I gave it a 3 out of 5. Show follows two high school girls, Adachi and Shimamura, who end up falling in love. They're delinquents, however, they find something within each other and they grow close. It's not like a typical Yuri. It's not any type of sexualness whatsoever. It's a curiosity sake. It's more for those who may find themselves curiously wondering about their sexualities and realizing that they may not be as straight as they may feel, just based off of what I gather. But it's a good show as a whole. Music was great. Visuals are great. It'll make you feel things. I felt things during that show. Very, nice things about, relationships and love and things of that nature. So it would be my recommendation for the week, y'all.
Alrighty. And with that, we taught our cake. We ate it. And now we are full. And now with that, full.
Wait, we gotta do our plugs. Plugs. Go ahead and plug.
I know. I was getting to it. We do that and then the plugs.
I was gonna say, man, that's like it sounds just such like a good ending when you say that. Like we talked our cake, we ate it, we're full, and we'll save some in the fridge for next week. That's like
that type of thing. Maybe a new cake. Let's see. You can follow.
We will have because it's a new season. Hey, wait, no, it's the following week.
All right.
That next week. All right, my bad.
All right, follow me on Twitter at DamienPhoenix12. You can find me there. As where we'll post our podcast. Also, you can join us on the Chairshot Radio. Sorry, and what was that other name? What's Sean's radio network?
W2M, I think.
Yes, and you can also find us at W2M Network. We're on there too. We're also on Spotify. We are on iTunes. We're on Apple Music or we're iTunes, wherever the fuck you call it now. iHeartRadio. If you do not have an account, it's free.
Mm-hmm.
Other various places. We are the only place we are not on is Amazon Music because who the hell uses that?
My cousin, actually.
And so is my coworker.
Yeah, so you know people that do, but nobody,
But it's like rare compared to like
Yeah.
iTunes, Spotify, Pandora.
Yeah, basically.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
Like I say, you can check us out on those two websites for our podcasts. Again, check me out on WPS12 on Twitter. You can find us at Eat the Cake Anime on Facebook. Join us there. Where we talk about recaps of episodes, or even the ones that we're not watching. We'll have them up for people that are watching.
Mm-hmm.
And now yours.
Yeah, you can follow me on my anime Instagram, _anime24, anime24 altogether. So _anime24. I post more or less every day updates on anime. So you'll see my personal reviews on all the shows that I've seen thus far. I post them once a day. I'll also be posting synopses about what I'm going to be watching this summer after I'm done with my seasonals. And I post in my stories recaps of the episodes that I watch. So you can check me out there. You can check me out on Twitter at SHOSTOPPA24, Showstopper24. So you can find me on Twitter. You can also find me on my podcast anime, podcast.senpai. Within my anime Instagram and my podcast Instagram, you'll see a link tree. In there, you can find all of my links to my social medias that are available. You'll also find links to my other podcasting adventures. You can find me at the Orlando Tragics podcast, available on SoundCloud and Spotify. You can find me on the MMA for Marks page. Currently on a small hiatus while we gather ourselves. We'll be coming back on that soon. Looking forward to that with my co-host Andy. You'll find our episodes and clips on YouTube for those of you who enjoy MMA and combat sports news for that as well. Both of them are NSFW, so do keep aware of that, just like our show. Any show that I touch will always be NSFW. With that said, I think I've got all my plugs. The link tree, yeah, I think I'm good. Let's go ahead and wrap this bitch up.
All right. Until next time, arigato, and nata ofaku, and sayonara.
Sayonara, minasan!